Howdy folks, TJ here. So you want to have your own YouTube channel and you want to know if you can use your iPad only to do all of your video editing and actually do everything. Email, watching videos, doing whatever you like on a computer. Technically the iPad is kind of like a computer now. So you may hear me say computer once in a while, but it's an iPad. If you've been following my channel, you know that late last year I had to move ship from my Mac Pro 2013 nuclear reactor computer to something new because it was not working properly anymore. So I decided to jump on and try something brand new, an iPad Air Gen 5. And why I chose this method is because with the new iOS 16 for iPad, it has what you're seeing on the screen, an extended desktop that gives you a complete, like you're using a computer. I've got a mouse, a keyboard, just like I'm using a full desktop Mac, but I'm using iOS and the confines and the apps that work within iOS. Sure, it may not be as fully capable as a big rig computer, but for a commoner like me, just some dude posting videos on YouTube, and you can actually get quite creative with the iPad. Even more so on some things, you can grab that iPad and use a pencil and draw stuff and do all sorts of things that you really can't do as easily on a computer unless you've got some Wacom tablet or something. But I just wanted to make a general quick video of my workflow for creating videos for my YouTube channel. Some of you may enjoy that. So can you do it? Absolutely. And in fact, the iPad has its own camera and it's not a half bad camera. So technically, you could shoot the video. You can then do everything within Lumafusion, which is a cool program we're going to talk about, all on the iPad. But for this, I have an iPhone 14 Pro Max, which is shooting the video. The only thing that I have a little hiccup with is if I don't have the camera at the right angle, it's going to try to focus in on the screen, then my face, then the screen, then my face. It has a little back and forth that sometimes can throw things off. So hopefully it doesn't do that on here. I'm going to actually get up and hit the focus in on the screen so you see it more. And if I get a little fuzzy, well, I'm fuzzy anyway, so no big deal. So let me go ahead and focus in on that. Hopefully we don't have too many distractions. My dogs are outside. Just had some, I'm a God-fearing, God-loving person, but I had some Jehovah's Witnesses come and open up my gate, which they know not to do. And we're about to let the dogs out, so I'm a little uptight with them. But I'm a nice guy, so I try to be generally nice. Anyway, 32-inch screen, big HP Omen, connected via a Kensington Studio dock. I've done videos on this before, so look back at my old videos. If I was a really good video editor, I would go up here on this corner. You can click on the link to that video. I'm not going to do that. You can go back and search for yourself. But I've got my iPad Air Gen 5 in the dock. The dock, I've got connected a small external hard drive. Not an SSD, just a good old-fashioned hard drive. So it's a little slow, but perfectly fine for me, a 1 terabyte. And I save all my videos to that drive, external drive, and it does it all via my iPad and Lumafusion. So I can grab that drive, connect it to another computer, back it up, move data, whatever I want. So I'm a little sneaker net in that response, but this Kensington dock has Ethernet on it, I believe. It's got SD card, USB up the yin-yang, and that screen can turn landscape or portrait. I just leave it in that mode. And the beauty, you can see I'm moving a cursor around. The cursor on the iPad, you can change things on how it looks, but it's a little blue dot. You can change the size of it. I can go over here. I've got calendar. I've got my weather app. So if I want to keep some things up on the screen over there, like a little teleprompter thing, I don't use no teleprompter. I wing it just like my videos. So you're going to just see me winging it here. Let me, I've got a little crow. Allergies. So it looks like a desktop computer, right? I've got my dock down here. And I'm just going to go ahead and launch Lumafusion. It cost like only $30 when I purchased it, something like that. And it's a full-fledged video editing program. You can actually download for free DaVinci Resolve now for the iPad. I actually did slap it on this computer as when it was a beta. But, you know, something about Lumafusion just enticed me in. Kind of like an iMovie, but just souped up and does things that are perfect for me. And I just like the general appearance and look of it. DaVinci is there as an option. And in fact, Apple now I think sells their own video software. I forgot the name. Adobe, what the hell is it? It's not Adobe. Apple, whatever it is. It's some name. But it's a full video editing. I'll remember after I turn off the camera. So you can even do that now, I think, if you want, or soon. Anyway, this is all about Lumafusion. So, I make this video, and I want to make a quick edit and plop it on and upload it to YouTube. You could do that all with iPhone. This is not a step-by-step video, folks, but it's just my general workflow, 32-inch screen, external 1 terabyte hard drive, iPad Air 5. I've got in a dock so I can use it just like a computer in extended mode, all part of iOS 16. New iOS 17 is coming out. It's in beta, and it offers even more window moving, sizing capability to make it even more of a desktop experience for those like me that want it. And then when I'm done with it, that computer, this is the Apple keyboard. I just slapped that on here. It's magnetic, and it's now a little laptop computer that I can take with me on business trips, upstairs to the bedroom, whatever I want to do. So it's really cool. I dig it. So let's go ahead and launch Lumafusion. And we're just going to generically, I'm going to make sure to focus in on the screen again. Here's a video that I actually started making. We're going to do a new one, though. So let me move in just a little bit so you can see this a little tighter. Not tons better, but enough. And I'll try to focus in on the screen. Hopefully it doesn't get blurry and come in and out. We're going to focus in on that. Hopefully it stays there. So, down at the bottom left, and you may not see this well, but well enough, there's a big plus button, which I'm going to click. And it takes me back to all my timelines. I'm going to click on this big plus here. And you may hear the dog barking in the background. I just let him out because the Jehovah's Witnesses were here. And I sent them away, and now they're amped up. Like me. Click plus. I'm going to create a new project. I've got, oh, by the way, Logitech wireless keyboard, wireless mouse, all connected with a little USB dongle over there, or is it Bluetooth? I think both of these do Bluetooth and USB dongle. Anyway, this is the project. I'm going to go ahead and change the name to August Test. How's that? Okay, and then I'm going to hit return. It brings up a new clean timeline, ready for me to rock and roll. So up here, I happen to have been in transitions before. I'm going to click on this little icon up here, go down to linked folders, iPad HD Lumafusion videos. That's my external drive that I save all my video to. If you want it to be speedy and have the timeline fill in immediately, you want SSD or a fast external type of drive. This is an old crusty one I've had around, but it works fine for this old crusty old man. So anyway, I made a folder before, August where is it? August Test. And I plopped in a couple of video things that I just quickly created on my camera. So here's two moves. I'm going to grab one. I'm just going to highlight it, and you'll see it fills in on the timeline, or not timeline, but it shows you up here where I could play it and maybe cut out pieces of it if I so choose. My video editing is very simple. I try to just make a video one-off. I do a little editing if I have to, but if the video is so editing prone, I may not use it. I wing it. That's the way I do things. So let me grab and drag this down to my timeline. You'll see a little yellow arrow pop up. It's where I want it. Now this up here, I can click on wherever I want and drag it back and forth. I know I'm going to have to cut out something from the beginning. So I'm going to go all the way back to the beginning, hit play, and you'll hear the sound, and you'll see the audio timeline filled in relatively quick. Here's the audio, and it's kind of not much, and then boom, some audio comes in. That gives me a little sign that that's when I'm going to start yapping my flapping lips off. So I go up close to it and stop. There's a pair of scissors down here. You may not see it in the video, but I'm going to click on the scissors, and it's separated or cut the big main video and this first part that I started playing. I'm going to click on that to highlight it and hit the backspace on my keyboard, and it disappeared. I've now cut out that me gibberish sitting my body in my chair, which I didn't need in the video. And now it's right where I say, howdy TJ here. So cool. Now I just want to go and do something at the end. I know I have some stuff I need to cut out at the end. But you can go any place in here, drag it around, cut, paste, add, text, transitions, whatever you like. But I'm going to go to the end where I stop talking or about to. Because I don't want you to see it or know it or hear it. See, maybe I want to cut out that part for the heck of it. So let me go ahead and go back just a tad and play it. The camera. And then we'll come right back after I type in my password. And I'll stop it there. I don't want this part afterwards. Cut, remove, delete. Closing credits. I mean, videos are basically a video with some editing and then a closing credit, typically for me, and that's it. So up here, I've got, let's do a transition actually. No, let's move this iPad Video 2 down here. You'll see that I put my second video clip someplace later on. It's right around here where that transition happens. I'll drag it around. You'll see that's where it happens. First video, second video. Let's make a transition. Am I still focused in? Let's focus in just in case. If it's been going in and out, I do apologize, but that's one of the things that this iPhone 14 does. And I'm not a video guru. I'm just a dude that makes videos. I want to put a transition. Go up here and click on this little folder. Down to transitions. I want to do this burst. Click on it, and I'm going to drag it down to where I want it. I want it right between those two videos. Let's see what it looks like. Play. Right back after I type in my password. Boom. That's where I wanted it, even though it doesn't look right, and now I'm sitting down still. That's perfectly fine. It's where I want to have it. That was a transition that I could do. So now I want to export, render this video out. I'm happy with it. I've got all this stuff done. Actually, no, I forgot to add my ending credits. Let's go to the end. Let's make it official. Folder, linked folders. Go back out to iPad HD Lumafusion. Find my closing credits. I happen to have one that I made already. It's August 2023. Now I can drag this down. And now I've got all my video. The main video, the spliced in stuff, the closing credits. I'm done and I want to export this video. This is where Lumafusion is a little different than what I'm used to, but I learned it relatively quick. There's an icon down here, which is an export type of icon. Looks like a little box with an arrow. I'm going to click on that. I'm going to export a movie to a linked folder. I could save it to the iPad if I want, but I want it to go to this external folder. I'm going to go up and click on export. Do I want to change the name and where it's going to save? Yes, I'm going to name this final. So August test final. I'm going to change right here where it says linked folders. It's remembering where my last one was. I'm going to click on that, and I need to go find that August folder that I was in because that's where I want to put it. August test. Export. Now let's see how quick this exports. So this is 30-minute video. Let's see how quick. I'll chalk as this is doing this. So on my 2013 Mac Pro 12 core, a 30-minute video would probably take 10, 12, 15 minutes to export, render, however you want to call it. It took a long time. Now, I think if I had Apple's real program, and the name eludes me, or DaVinci properly set up, where it could use all those cores to render at the same time. I thought I set it up right, but maybe I didn't. It should have chomped through it faster, but for whatever reason, it didn't. So it was maybe me, but on my M1-based iPad Air, it slices through it like butter. It's already, not a quarter of the way done yet, 1/8 the way done, and I've only been yapping for a few minutes. So let's talk a little bit more about the iPad setup. So if you are wanting to have something easily carryable with you, like a laptop that you can take on trips, an iPad is really quite powerful. Can it do each and everything a Mac OS computer can? Well, not really, because it's not a Mac OS computer. It's an iPad OS device. But if you have equivalent programs that you can find on the iOS device, sure. And iPad has, like I said, DaVinci Resolve, Lumafusion, which I paid only about $30 for. Quite capable, quite powerful video editing program. I dig it. I like it. I've gotten used to it. I can make quick and simple edits. I can add text. I can see a timeline. I can adjust things in the timeline. You can do all sorts of editing things, like say you've got a picture of mom on there and you don't want anybody to see your mother. You can go in and put a fuzzy on her face and have it track that face and them not see it. And you can do those things in Lumafusion. It's a little bit harder than what I expected it to be, but not too bad. So you can fuzz out things you don't want people to see. You can play with the audio. You can do all sorts of things, but I'm pretty basic. When it comes to workflow, I want things to be simple without thousands of options. I just want to edit the video, upload it, and be done with it. I don't need all this other magic. Sure, there's people that need that magic. I don't. I'm just a pretty, like I said, an old dude that wants to upload to YouTube, have it work, and have the device be usable elsewhere. Take it on business trips, take it on camping trips, take it upstairs to the bedroom and watch videos or Netflix or whatever. You could do all that. I couldn't do it with my Mac Pro. I could do it with an old MacBook that I had, 2013 Retina, 13-inch. It was a pretty cool computer, and I still use it today. But technically, on this iPad, you can do everything that I did before. I can upload to an external device, or download or transfer to an external device. I can take that external device to a different computer. Yeah, I don't mind a little sneaker net. I'm a small YouTube channel, little over $5,000 to people now. So yeah, I want to get better and I want to learn more things, but I don't need it to be freaking rocket science. It just needs to be a video editing device. And I can do Safari web browsing. I could do YouTube watching or uploading via that app. I could download and use Chrome. I have that as an alternative web browser. I prefer using Chrome when uploading my video from my iPad to YouTube versus Safari. Safari wants to iOSify it. Even if I select I want to see it as a desktop, it's not quite the same. And I prefer the desktop environment for my YouTube Studio, which seems to work better in Chrome. So I use Chrome to do that. And it's just another web browser option. I've got my calendar on here. I've got Facebook. All the things that you probably need to use. Now, Facebook, you may prefer to use a web browser environment for it versus an iOS app. But again, Chrome seems to be a good web browser that allows you to deskify things a little better, in my opinion, than Safari. But there are options out there for you to explore. Look, rendering is almost done. A 30-minute video, 31.51 video. I don't know how long I've been talking, but it's maybe been 3 minutes, I'm going to guess. This is almost done rendering. And then we can quickly show you that I can launch Chromium and go to YouTube if I want. Or I could just bring up my YouTube app, click on the plus button, and upload it to there. Maybe we'll do that. This video may be a little longer, and hopefully it's not coming in and out of video. It's focusing on my face and then the screen and then the face. Hopefully it's locked into the screen and just seeing me fuzzy. But let's see. It's getting closer. So do I recommend iPad? I dig it. I like it. And with all of the new enhancements in iOS 16 for iPad, or the iOS iPad version 17 that's coming out, it's making things a lot more desktop-ish than what iPad is, so you can move windows around and size them a little bit better than the iOS 16 version. So yeah, it's just come along a far ways. And I can use iPad with Lumafusion to write to an external, say I have an external SSD drive that's also backed up by my NAS. I could do that. You know, there's all sorts of options. It's done. iPad save complete, click OK. Go out here, click close. And now if I wanted to, I could go launch Chrome if I wanted. But let's just launch YouTube. This is the iOS app. It works perfectly fine. but I prefer using the desktop experience for my uploading of my videos because there's some features in there that I like to alter, and it's just a little bit more clunkety for me in the app. But technically, no, I don't want to get YouTube TV. Screw you. How the hell do you get out of that bastard? Close this. Okay, so there's a big plus button down here. I could click on plus, and it would take me to my YouTube channel where I could upload whatever I want from my iPad or external device directly to my YouTube channel. I'm not going to do that. You don't need to see it. That's not rocket science. But you can see you've got a complete YouTube experience here if you want. That's it. So let me focus in on me a little bit now, and I'll close out this video. I'll move it back a little bit. Am I going to edit that part out? No. I'm just going to move it around. So yeah, there it is. My YouTube channel is fully capably done via iPad, external monitor. I could do it all on the iPad, but 11-inch for these old eyes, little small. So this extended experience is much better for me. So I dig it. Hopefully you enjoyed this video and it's informative. Lumafusion, cool. Little bit of a learning curve if you're coming from iMovie or DaVinci. It's just different. But once you learn the differences, it's relatively easy. You saw that I created a new project, slapped in videos, did a quick edit, and I could click on plus here in YouTube and upload it to my channel, and it'd be available for everybody to view. So there you go. Thanks for watching the video. Kensington Studio Dock, awesome. My Omen 32-inch HP screen still working like a charm. Logitech external mouse, wireless keyboard. It's all here. So thanks for watching. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.